catch me if I fall.
Good afternoon and welcome to Premier League Live for the day we've all been waiting for. Happy Easter to everyone joining us this afternoon. A double header to whet your appetite for the title race. Liverpool get us underway in just a few minutes as they face Brighton at Anfield, a side they haven't beaten on their home turf since 2019. Brighton want to do that again, and not many teams have that type of record at Anfield. And then the big one, two of the title chargers heading against each other, facing off at the Etihad at 4:30 this afternoon. To the teams for this game at Anfield this afternoon. And Liverpool start with Caoimhín Kelleher in goal. A back four of Conor Bradley, Gerald Quansah, Virgil van Dijk the captain, and Joe Gomez at left back. In midfield, Wataru Endo, Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis McAllister start from their previous Premier League outing, with a front three of Luis Diaz, Mo Salah and Darwin Núñez leading the line for the Reds. On the bench for Liverpool, Adrian Tsimikas, Konate, who makes it back from injury, Gravenberch, Elliott, McConnell, Clark, Dans and Cody Gakpo make up the bench. For Brighton, Mark Verbruggen starts in goal. Bart Verbruggen, starts in goal. A back five of Tariq Lamptey, Joel Veltman, Lewis Dunk, the captain, John-Paul Van Hecke and Pervis Estupiñán in defence. In midfield, Pascal Gross and Carlos Baleba, with a front three of Simon Adingra, Jakob Moder and Danny Welbeck leading the line. For Brighton on the bench is Steele, Barco, Webster, Igor Julio, Shushukin, Lallana, who former Liverpool player, Buonanotte, Ferguson and Ansu Fati. It's Liverpool against Brighton to start off a fantastic day of title race action in the Premier League. Kick-off from Anfield is next. Good afternoon, welcome to Premier League Live. This afternoon we have the big one for you later this afternoon. Manchester City against Arsenal. The two sides that fought for the title last season, with City outcoming victors in last season's title race. Arsenal leading the way into this weekend, but all three teams have a chance to take top spot by the end of the afternoon. Liverpool go first, and they will have the chance to retake top spot and have a 3-point lead on Arsenal before they even kick off against Manchester City later this afternoon. City will be hoping that they don't do that, and that City could find their way to the top of the table. If Liverpool draw and City get a win later this evening, they can be top of the Premier League table. Few permutations, but one thing is for certain: the title will nowhere near be decided today. It will ramble on over the next 8-9 weeks to see which of these three teams in Liverpool, Arsenal or City will be lifting that Premier League trophy, and what colour ribbons will fall from either side of that illustrious trophy at the end of the season. Jurgen Klopp has a storyline that he's hoping, well, Liverpool fans are hoping that they will write this season. Brighton want to put a real dampener on a possibly perfect Easter Sunday it could be for Liverpool, depending on results. Brighton have their own hopes. They want to get back into Europe. Of course, qualified for Europe for the very first time last season, and their debut European season this campaign. Got some big results after being put out by Roma in the Europa League. But they will want to get back to that and feel that European feeling once again. We will see if they can. As we get underway at Anfield for this huge game between Liverpool and Brighton. And Brighton, as I mentioned, have a very good record at Anfield, and quite often have a good record overall against Liverpool. Have just lost one of their last 8 games against Liverpool. A record that very little, if any, sides can really say against Liverpool, especially in recent years, with the quality of players that Liverpool have had and the amount of big results that they have had over this season. Funnily enough, Liverpool can take top spot right now. 35 seconds into the game, they will be top, as long as they avoid defeat. But, of course, that game later on can change things. As Brighton back with Verbruggen early on. There's Liverpool on the press. And that press works out well as Verbruggen puts it out of play. And Liverpool get an early throw in here inside the first minute. Of course, Roberto De Zerbi this week, after the confirmation that Xabi Alonso will be staying at Bayer Leverkusen. The next spot as Liverpool manager is still very much up for grabs, and a mix of names in the hat. Roberto De Zerbi is one that's been touted this week. Of course, I'm sure he's enjoying his time at Brighton and what they're doing and what the plan is there, because here come Brighton on the break. Van Dijk has to scrap it away, and what a goal! Danny Welbeck with an absolute banging goal. Goodness me! 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes gone, and Brighton take the lead. Shell shock. Absolute shell shock. Goodness me, Danny Welbeck with an absolute banging finish. And Liverpool just not on the mark. Not woken up yet. That's what their captain, Virgil van Dijk, is saying. Just see it here. It's a poor giveaway down the right-hand side, and Liverpool just don't recover the ball. Brighton play it down the left flank. And it's a dingra. And no one gets in the way. And Brighton just work towards the edge of the box. It takes a deflection off Danny Welbeck. I think it's Soboslai as well on the retreat. It then falls through. Van Dijk tries to clear it away. He just gets it to the edge of the box just enough to get it away from Jakob Mutter. It falls to Danny Welbeck, and he strikes through it beautifully into the far right corner. Beautiful finish by Welbeck. And what a perfect start for Brighton. What an awful start for Liverpool. Liverpool 0, Brighton 1. Goodness me. All the talk about later on this afternoon that it could be positive for Liverpool. Well, they need to get their job done, and that's been the talk in the build-up. It's all well and good that one of their rivals will drop points later, but they need to get all 3 points themselves. And so far, within 3 minutes, they find themselves 1-0 down. Danny Welbeck, the man, to give Brighton the lead. Liverpool want to respond quickly as Salah made the run through. Nunez played it behind and thought that Salah was going to go out wide with that one, and a bit of miscommunication there from Liverpool between the front three. But of course, Liverpool will know losing doesn't mean or being behind, doesn't mean they lose, because they have the most points from losing positions, 23 points when trailing in a game of football. An incredible comeback ability. But Brighton will make it difficult for them this afternoon. And Liverpool will get the throw in there, just as Danny Welbeck thought he'd got past the Liverpool man in Connor Bradley. He will take this throw in. Quansah fires it up the pitch, down the line, and Nunez was trying to reach for that one, but too high for him. Brought down by Van Hekke. Now Veltman through the middle. Nice quick play by Brighton. Down the right-hand side is Lamptey, but he is offside. The flag goes up pretty quickly against Tariq Lamptey, and Liverpool will get the free kick. One thing about Brighton is that they play so well. Their build-up play, their passing is so crisp and controlled. It's caused Liverpool multiple problems in recent seasons, recent games, recent meetings. And Roberto De Zerbi has got the best out of his Brighton side against Liverpool. Yet to lose as a Brighton manager against Liverpool, which is, again, a record that not many can hold. Here's Soboslai on the left-hand side, lifts a ball in, the man goes down there. Nunez goes down, and David Coote, the referee, just points for a goal kick to Brighton. But just see this again. Darwin Nunez against Carlos Baleba, I think it is. Or is it Estupinian? Apologies, Estupinian. He just, he gets a tug on the shirt of Darwin Nunez there. I don't know if it's enough to bring the player down, but I'm sure Liverpool certainly made the claim. But VAR had a quick look. Paul Tierney, the VAR this afternoon, had a quick look and cleared any official possibility of a penalty. As Verbruggen sends it long for Brighton, out to the left-hand side, and Dingra couldn't bring that one down and went straight out of play for a Liverpool throw. As I have it at the back here with Virgil van Dijk, Kelleher, with the first shot of the game, the first shot on target of the game, Quiveen Kelleher. Pretty unsavable shot, really, from Danny Welbeck. That's the cracking finish. One of those ones. Here's Salah, though, gets the break of the ball, but heavy first touch by Mo Salah. And it allows Brighton to recover through Lewis Dunk, their captain. Bradley breaking down the right-hand side, gets a nice breakaway and finds Darwin Nunez looking for the cutback. Does take a deflection off a Brighton player to clear it away. Gomez recycles it out to Diaz. Diaz on the left flank. Luis Diaz. Cross to Salah on the edge. Salah couldn't thread it through, and Brighton crowding out. And they clear their lines once again. Virgil van Dijk heading it forward there. Brighton intercepting. Endo coming in and winning the ball and getting Liverpool forward, but Nunez couldn't grasp on the pass. And they give it away again. Liverpool a bit sloppy there as Bradley gets beaten by Adingra. Adingra on the break down the left-hand side again. That diagonal run. Kwanzaa can't get there. And the ball across is just overhit that time. And Liverpool get away with Gomez winning it back, using his physicality there. Joe Gomez. Positive start for Brighton. Here comes McAllister. Salah breaking through. Salah with a shot. Tame one with the left boot. Back down from Salah. Still going is Mo Salah. Inside the box. Held off that time. Bradley now finds McAllister. Nunez on the edge. Salah trying to link up with Darwin Nunez. Blocked off that time by Estupinian. And Brighton can clear their lines through Van Hecke again. But good pressure from Liverpool. Good response. Gets a round of applause from the home crowd. Happy with the way their side have responded to going behind early on. But of course, Brighton's pace on the break is one thing that Liverpool will be wary of as Kwanzaa and Bradley link up and finds Salah! Oh, goes wide, that one from Mo Salah. But again, a lovely move by Liverpool down the right-hand side. Kwanzaa to Bradley. Bradley with the run down the right flank. Lots of space there for Bradley to run into. Knew that Salah was on the inside. Played it first time. And Salah with it on his favoured foot. Looking for that to nestle it in the far corner. Just the wrong side of the post, but not too far away from the Egyptian. To level things for Liverpool there, but still they trail by a goal to 0. Frantic start to the game. 9 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Brighton 1. Danny Welbeck with the goal after just 2 minutes. Gave Brighton the advantage. And the referee's going to give Brighton a free kick here. Adingra deemed to be fouled, but Liverpool not happy with that decision as Bradley stretched in and then it's a bit of a pullback by McAllister, but not much on it. Of course, used to play for Brighton. Alexis McAllister signed for Liverpool in the summer from Brighton for around £35 million. Absolute steal for the type of player that he is, the quality of player. It's not that Brighton have looked worse without him. As always, Brighton sell players for big money, but they always have the backups. They always have other options lined up to take their place. So the free kick's taken by Estupinian, headed away by Liverpool, but the second ball by Adingra. And then Gross on the overlap down the left-hand side, blocked off by Joe Gomez. Brighton corner. They do look a threat, Brighton, in that final third at the moment, causing Liverpool issues and problems. As Pascal Gross is over to take this corner for Brighton. 10 minutes gone. Corner on the left-hand side will be an in-swinging corner. Right-footed in-swinger. It's high to the back post, but all the way through. Too much height on that one from Pascal Gross and goes all the way through. The body's in there and out the other side for a goal kick to Liverpool. Here's Wataru Endo. Kelleher. Jarell Quansah with a switch ball, finds Joe Gomez, takes it down nicely on that left-hand side. Of course, Gomez, usual positions, right back and centre back, but has been deputising at left back because of Liverpool's injury issues on that left-hand side. Of course, Tsimikas is on the bench this afternoon, but of course played 210 minutes in midweek for Greece in their extra time playoff final against Georgia, which they ultimately lost. That one, Greece. But that's probably why, the reason why Joe Gomez started this afternoon at left back is McAllister from distance there from Liverpool. Cute build up from Liverpool, intricate passing, and then McAllister on the edge of the box got a bit of space and took the shot, but was over the bar. Not too far away, but not on target. So 12 minutes gone. I think Liverpool need to kind of take the game down a notch. I think the frantic nature of this game, the way it started, well, there is a lack of control on the ball from both teams at times. That only benefits Brighton. That's a lovely challenge by McAllister against his former teammate there, Danny Welbeck. And that allows Liverpool back on the ball. Van Dijk to McAllister. Plays the ball in behind. Lovely run here by Mo Salah. And Salah took a touch inside, but Brighton got bodies in the way and put it right behind for a corner. No risks taken there. Lovely spot by McAllister. Salah tight though. Might be on, might be off. Very tight, but didn't matter in the end. Just comes for a corner to Liverpool. The flag stayed down, so it's just feeling onside as the corner comes short. McAllister, sorry, looking for the cross. Away by Welbeck. The aerial help in there as Endo has it on the edge. Now finds Diaz, central. Salah looking to chip it in. We'll get a second shot at it. Bradley up for the header, but actually heads it behind and puts Liverpool into danger. McAllister on the cover. Blocks off a man. And Adingra felt that he was fouled. The referee initially didn't give a free kick. Took about a couple of seconds of the referee. Very delayed in that decision. And McAllister does get a yellow card for his challenge, but I was surprised that the whistle didn't come earlier. If you were going to give a yellow card for that, you'd think you would blow the whistle a bit earlier, referee, but took his time on that one. And there's not much in that. I mean, look at, we see the replay. McAllister literally just grabs the arm of Adingra. He doesn't pull, he holds him. It's not. I think that's very soft. I think the referee's crumbled there. I think he wasn't sure and he just gave it to be safe. But Adingra went down a bit easy there, in my opinion. Free kick taken. Into the box it comes, and Liverpool will get the free kick there, go their way, as there was a foul on a Liverpool player in the box. I just don't understand. It was just a silly. I don't think that was a yellow card. And for a player in the likes of Alexis McAllister, who we've already seen dispossess Brighton in those midfield areas, being on a yellow card really does make his job a lot more difficult this afternoon. And because of a challenge that I would argue wasn't a yellow card. and I think a lot of people would say it would be it's a harsh yellow card. Bradley does well. Initially didn't get the ball, but stayed in the fight and won it the second time round. As Diaz picks it up. Gomez a bit central there as he switches it out to the right. Brought down by Bradley, takes the touch infield. Away from his marker Adingra, and Jarrell Quansah receives it from Connor Bradley. Here is Jarrell Quansah. Joe Gomez. Quansah. Here's Dominic Soberschlei. Very compact in the middle, Brighton. Liverpool not finding those pockets of space just yet. As Quansah goes on a wee run, but runs into Brighton bodies. And then Luis Diaz trying to win the ball back. Leaves a leg out there on Joel Veltman, and Brighton will get a free kick. Van Hickett to Dunk. Goes out to Estupinian on the left. Good battling by Bradley there to win it back. Finds McAllister now, looking for Salah. Salah in the box. The shot was blocked the first time. Has a second one blocked on the edge. Diaz now finds Nunez on the left. Lots of Brighton bodies in that 18-yard box. There was an 8 at one point there. So they're certainly applying that kind of crowding out method in the 18-yard box, just putting bodies in the way. That's good endeavour by Joe Gomez. Wins it back for Liverpool. Quansah. McAllister over the top. Finds Salah. First time connection, but it didn't hit the target there, Mo Salah. Unlucky. Again. It's Alexis McAllister spotting those runs, and he's just onside, I think, Salah. Dunk, I think, is playing him on. The ball over the top. Salah saw it all the way and struck it with his left the first time, but just too much height behind that one. But again, great vision by Alexis McAllister to find the pass initially. Van Dijk. Battling again is Bradley, who's fouled this time, according to the referee, by Simon Adingra, so it will be a free kick to Liverpool. That's a physical battle that will rumble on throughout the afternoon. Bradley and Adingra. Here comes Connor Bradley on the attack this time. Breaks into the box. Connor Bradley still going. Salah! Again, Mo Salah has another pop shot at the goal. But again, doesn't test Bart Verbruggen. But the measy run by Connor Bradley broke into the box, and for a fullback getting that high up, that's very advanced for a fullback, but he's obviously been told to do that because that's where he's at his best, Connor Bradley. He got into the 18-yard box there and almost had an assist, but Salah just hit it wide. He's getting closer, Mo Salah, as Alexis McAllister is left rolling on the floor by his former teammate Pascal Gross. That will be a free kick to Liverpool. Some Liverpool players having the argument, the captain, Virgil van Dijk, having the argument that, is that a yellow card? I don't think the referee's going to see any more than that for the moment. Let's just see it again. Bradley headed it down and McAllister was stretching for the ball. Yeah, there was nowhere near the ball there, Pascal Gross, to be fair. And he does get a yellow card. Wow. Referee takes his time on these yellow cards. And that's Pascal Gross in the book. I think the referee's been a bit harsh on these yellow cards today. But I think he's being fair. If he give that one from... Oh, well, that's not right. It's not a red card, it's a yellow card. Good God. McAllister's still down in pain on the sidelines. There's James Milner on the sidelines, not fit enough to start against his former club this afternoon, since joining Brighton, of course, in the summer. Almost a straight swap. Milner went from Liverpool to Brighton and McAllister went from Brighton to Liverpool in the summer. But Milner wasn't fit enough to make an involvement, make any sort of appearance against his former club this afternoon. We just look at the Brighton goal again as McAllister still receiving treatment at the moment. You just see the hit. It's a bit not firmly cleared by Liverpool. They just don't clear their lines in time, and it's a wonderful finish by Danny Welbeck. And it seems to be like eternally so. Brighton just find a way against Liverpool somehow. Under Roberto De Zerbi, Salah got the ball from McAllister again, but just in behind for a goal kick. McAllister's back up on his feet after receiving a bit of treatment, a painful one initially, but he's back to his feet and is okay. But McAllister to Salah seems to be the key link-up for Liverpool at the moment. That's where they're getting their most joy. And if you keep giving Salah these opportunities in behind Brighton, you're going to rue. You're going to end up being punished at some point, because there's no way Salah can have that many chances and not at least have a shot on target at the very minimal. As Luis Diaz there, just offside as he received the ball, which breaks down Liverpool's attack there. 21 minutes gone. Still Liverpool 0, Brighton 1. Liverpool, who aren't big scorers in the first half this season, do the majority of their scoring in the second half of games, especially here at Anfield, where they scored 4 goals a couple of times in second halves. And a couple of those, they were either 0-0 or 1-0 down in the game, so interesting enough indeed. They were 0-0 against Newcastle on New Year's Day here, and then 1-0 down against Luton when they came back and won 4-1, but very different opposition to this Brighton side here this afternoon. Quansah, Bradley, back to Jarell Quansah. Liverpool 7 shots so far in the game, but none of them on target so far, which is, I'm sure it would be a disappointing factor for Jurgen Klopp. Clearly, the fact that they are getting shots at goal, just not on target. Not accurate enough from Liverpool. 4 of those shots off target, 3 blocked. So a mix of Liverpool not finishing accurately enough and Brighton getting bodies in the way of those Liverpool shots at times as well. And Liverpool still controlling the ball, 62% possession for Liverpool. So in command of the ball, as you would expect here at Anfield. Kelleher. Forward to Quansah. Looking for forward options. Through the middle, finds Salah, who's come a bit deeper to help out in the build-up, and spreads it wide for Diaz. That's a nice move. Here's Luis Diaz breaking into the box, and there's a touch off a Brighton player, and Diaz makes the claim, and Brighton give away the corner through Joel Veltman's deflection there. And Liverpool have their, I believe, their second corner of the game. Their first corner was a short corner from the right-hand side. Their first on the left-hand side. Szoboszlai, the one over to take. Height in there for Liverpool. Szoboszlai with the delivery to the back post. Brighton clear it away. The first header. As Gomez recycles. Salah now looking to find a body in the box as Nunez and Diaz were up for it. And Van Dijk was there too, but offside flag up, I think, went against Darwin Nunez there. A real sucker punch at the start of this game for Liverpool. It was Van Dijk leading the press there. And Nunez trying to nick it away from Lewis Dunk. As Verbruggen just gets it anywhere away from his goal. But that's great pressure from Liverpool. Van Dijk initiated it. Nunez followed up and almost got the ball off Lewis Dunk. And that pressure that Liverpool apply so high inside Brighton's 18-yard box is what's got them the ball back here. It's a philosophy that Jurgen Klopp's loved at Liverpool. He's ingrained it in this Liverpool team. No matter who's on the pitch, it's always spotted in Liverpool's identity. That high press. Quansah. Gomez. Almost caught there, but Van Dijk receives it. Diaz back around the corner to Jarell Quansah. In space. Enzo through the lines. Finds Soberschlei. Now Quansah again. Closed down quickly. Spins around, gives it to Soberschlei. Has to go back to Quansah. Now Endo. Salah. Through the lines to McAllister. Just a bit short to the ball there, and actually take a deflection off a Brighton player. And it will run out of play for a corner. Tariq Lamptey had the last touch, I believe. And the ball took such pace there that it went out for a Liverpool corner. Positive signs from the home side that they are growing much further into this game. They've had the majority of the ball, but they're getting more joy in the final third. It seems a bit more now. Better at their build-up and approach play, finding the players they want to find a bit more. Corner comes in from Soberschlei. Van Dijk was there. Couldn't get the header, clean header on it. Salah, and the ball takes a deflection. And Luis Diaz gets Liverpool back on level terms. A slice of luck, but Liverpool will not care. And Liverpool are back level. Brighton didn't clear their lines this time, and they're punished. Salah's ball takes a deflection and finds its way to Luis Diaz, and Luis Diaz does the rest and finds the beautiful finish to level things up here at Anfield. Brighton complaining about something. We'll just say it again. The corner comes in. Soberschlei with a delivery. Van Dijk up for the header. Dunk clears it away. Salah then goes for the header. And deflects off Joel Veltman. But in the build-up, there's no one offside. Diaz wasn't offside. I think Quansah and Nunez were, but it didn't matter because Veltman had a connection with the ball. He deflected it, so therefore the goal will stand and Liverpool have their equaliser. And funnily enough, I think that's their first shot on target. 1-1. And you can see the emotion in Luis Diaz there as he levels the game up here at Anfield. And I think, based on the balance of things, it's probably been coming for Liverpool, really. Brighton has stepped off a bit more, allowed Liverpool more of the ball, allowed them a bit more space in their own half, and here come Liverpool again. What a quick turnaround. Bradley with the delivery. The ball in. There was a few bodies in there, but Bart Verbruggen, the commanding presence, got his hands to the ball to catch ahead of anyone else. A good response from Liverpool, but we'll see how Brighton now respond to conceding. Have to push out a bit more, commit a bit further up the pitch that they hadn't done after they'd scored. They kind of stepped off a bit. And they come again. The cross comes in. Gomez with a deflection. Dinger in with the shots. The flag stayed down, but it does eventually go up against Brighton. It took a while for that flag to go up there, but it does eventually go in the way of Liverpool, as they had predicted. The ball just played a bit too late, yeah. Just stepped offside there, I think it was Veltman. And the ball comes across, yeah, it was offside in the build-up, so if it had to find the back of the net, it wasn't going to count. But again, where Brighton find that pressure on that left-hand flank, that's where they're getting their space and their joy at the moment, where they're threatening Liverpool when they do come forward. Here's Quansah. Endo with the ball over the top. Bradley'd made the run. Here's Conor Bradley, but I think the flag went up against him. So an offside there. A number of offsides now. Probably the 5th or 6th offside of the game. The 6th offside of the game. Both sides playing high line. Playing that offside trap. Good pressure again from Liverpool there from Nunez. Brighton get the ball off down the left-hand side. They recycle it through the middle. It's Baleba. Finds Gross. Back to Lewis Dunk. Now Van Hecke. Dunk again. 30 minutes gone. Liverpool 1, Brighton 1 at Anfield. Allez, allez, allez. Being voiced around Anfield from the home crowd who've responded well to their side, equalising. But here come Brighton again. It's Danny Welbeck through the middle. And Welbeck with his shot. The wrong side of the post, hit the side netting there. But again, it's down that side again. Liverpool really looks properly stretched. I mean, the right-sided centre-back, Gerald Quansah, steps across and leaves a gaping hole in the Liverpool defence. And that's the kind of risk that they take, having another committed fullback so far forward. Here they come on the counter, on the attack themselves, and Salah. That was a very tame shot from Mo Salah. See it again. Lovely from McAllister to break away. Finds it to Diaz, and Szoboszlai, sorry, played it right through, and Salah just passed it towards Bart Verbruggen. No real threat at the goalkeeper whatsoever. He does have a shot on target though, which he's been struggling to find up to this point. 7 shots for Salah at the moment. By far the most in the game. Danny Welbeck the second most on 2. So Mo Salah certainly having the most of the attacking action, but at the moment not able to find the net from any of those positions. 1 shot on target, 3 off target, 3 blocked from Mo Salah so far, so he's certainly having the output. Just not as accurate as we usually see from him so far, but I'm sure it will come. As that's a lovely challenge by Bradley. Wins it high for Liverpool. Space here for them to break. As Bradley keeps it alive in the box, lays it off. Diaz tries to find the bottom corner, but down to his left-hand side pretty quickly was Bart Verbruggen. But that's the positive to Liverpool playing the right fullback so high up. But Bradley won it really high and got Liverpool instantly on the attack and got them into a very good area. Certainly positives and negatives, a balance for Liverpool playing that advanced fullback on the right-hand side. It's Gross for Brighton. Estupiñán. Down the left-hand side to Adingra. Back to Estupiñán. Adingra again, catching out Liverpool on that left flank. Quansah does get a foot in and clears the ball away from danger. But again, it seems to be that link-up between Estupiñán and Adingra is really a massive issue for Liverpool. They need to get cover on that side. It's Bradley on his own. At times when he is coming back, he is struggling. And Quansah coming across isn't at the moment helping Liverpool either, because it's leaving a hole through the middle, which Brighton are looking to also try and pose a threat from. Lewis Dunk. Van Hecke. Dunk. Good challenge by Bradley. Won it high again. Nicked it away from Adingra. Here's Bradley looking for Nunez. Couldn't carry it through the bodies there. Darwin Nunez. And that's again another example of Bradley's impact to get Liverpool on the front foot. Nick it away from the Brighton player. And drive Liverpool on the attack. Very good positive, but again, at times it could be a very big negative when Liverpool do not stop Brighton on that left-hand side. And again, simple ball over the top. One ball and a big chance over the bar from Jakob Möller. Brighton get a corner. Was a deflection? Again. Yeah, it might take a deflection off Virgil van Dijk, but again, it's one ball over the top. Yeah. It's one ball over the top for Brighton, just down that left-hand side, and they're in instantly. I mean, it's something Liverpool really need to get to grips with, otherwise they are going to be punished even further from that position. Corner comes in, left-footed, outswinger. Nunez with a header to get it away. Salah to get Liverpool on the break. Lovely ball to Diaz, who's one-on-one with a defender. Luis Diaz, he's got bodies joining him, but he didn't know there was a man marking him, and he couldn't keep the ball. As Brighton recover, Endo wins the ball, but referee played advantage, and he's going to pull it back here for a Brighton free kick from Luis Diaz there. A good opportunity. Salah springing Liverpool on the break with Luis Diaz one-on-one with Joel Veltman. And I think Diaz just takes a touch infield, which allows Adingra to just come back at him and win the ball and steal it away from Luis Diaz. Yeah, it was Gross that was the one that was challenged by Diaz, and it was a foul, but the referee did play advantage. The ball went on for a couple of passes before he did bring it back. 9 minutes of the first half to go. What if the first half's absolutely flew by here. Pace and tempo of it. Here's Bradley. Pick up the second ball for Liverpool. Finds Salah. Salah back to McAllister, who's in space. Finds Salah again. Salah for Bradley. Bradley at the byline. Cuts it back. Nunez trying to stretch for it. Nunez! Oh! Off the line. Soboslai keeps it alive. Edge of the box, touch from McAllister. Can't get a space to get the shot off. As he's battling on the edge of the box, and Brighton get the break of the ball and come on the counter. As a good challenge by Quansah, and then Gomez stretching to win the ball is fouled. And Liverpool will get the free kick. Some pace and tempo in this game when it gets going. Just see this again. McAllister finds Salah, then Salah plays it on for Bradley, gets to the byline, cuts it back, and then Nunez stretching for the ball, takes a deflection off Dunk, falls to Nunez, who swipes at it when he's on the floor, as Bradley was in again, but swipes at it on the floor, and then it just comes off, I think, Van Hecke off the line and gets a slice of luck. The fact that it comes off him just perfectly, that they... Just to see the replay there, what a chance for Liverpool there. Bradley was in. Salah kind of worked as the kind of full-back in that position. Bradley is the right winger, and Bradley got in. Just couldn't find the target with his shot. Already scored a Liverpool goal. Scored his first Liverpool goal this season. Scored his first international goal as well in midweek. The winner against Scotland in that international friendly on Tuesday night to carry Northern Ireland to victory at Hampden Park. So having an impact at club and country. McAllister, long ball forward. Salah made the run in behind. Salah battling with Verbruggen. Verbruggen grapples it away to put it out for the throw, and Salah was lurking in on him, but good pressure again from Liverpool. You can see McAllister again linking up with Salah. That duo at the moment is certainly causing a lot of problems. Just the finish that isn't there at the moment, but the pass is absolutely crisp. Pinpoint from McAllister every time. Quansah. Endo. Now to Virgil van Dijk. Wataru Endo finds Quansah on the right. Bradley. Back to Quansah. Wataru Endo. Tiptoeing into space, finds Joe Gomez, who tries to take it round his man but loses out, and then Diaz, committed, wins the ball back. Diaz squares it across to McAllister. Now to Soboslai. Salah in space. Salah trying to eke his way around a few players and loses the battle. McAllister has a pop shot. Blocked. Bradley. Back to McAllister. Good pressure from Liverpool to win the ball back instantly. Endo. Gomez. To Van Dijk now. To Diaz. Joe Gomez in the middle. Plays it across to Quansah. Just in all the Liverpool players by the goalkeeper inside the Brighton half at the moment. Here's Szoboszlai on the left flank. Goes back to Diaz, now Gomez, back to Szoboszlai, who goes back to Virgil van Dijk, who has time on the ball. Lifts it over the top. Trying to find the run of McAllister as Endo picks it up, lays it across, just couldn't find it. The foot of one of his teammates there, Wataru Endo, but a good break of the ball, but Brighton get it away and try and go on the break themselves here. They're taking their time. They're not rushing this attack. Try and get bodies forward. Here's Tariq Lamptey. As Liverpool get bodies back in position. Brighton have to go backwards to Van Hecke. Gross. To Lewis Dunk. John Paul Van Hecke. Baleba. Let's see what Brighton are trying to do. Trying to initiate the press from Liverpool and hit them on the break, but Liverpool resilient and patient. I knew they were going to get the ball back. Just waited for the right moment. Not forcing the issue there, Liverpool, which was a smart decision. Endo. Gomez. McAllister. Plays it on to Quansah. Again, you can certainly see Brighton are more kind of intense with the press on Virgil van Dijk rather than Jarell Quansah. They're giving Jarell Quansah more time on the ball, it seems, at the moment. Here is Jarell Quansah. Has time on the ball again. No one pressing him. Plays it back to Endo. Endo looking for the ball over the top. Szoboszlai made the run. Good header, a clear, but McAllister with the shot from the second ball, and that does take a deflection, which will give Liverpool a corner. Szoboszlai takes the corner short, finds McAllister with the ball into the box. Van Dijk was the closest, but cleared away by Brighton again as Gross tries to clear it up the pitch, but could only clear it into the stands. And Liverpool will get the throw in. Gomez to Virgil van Dijk. Now Dominic Szoboszlai. McAllister through the lines, finds Diaz, lovely link up. Here's Salah trying to spread it out wide for Szoboszlai, made the run down the left, but Brighton cut that one out and stopped that attack, and then they win a free kick themselves through Joel Veltman after his challenge by Joe Gomez. Or his foul that he got off Joe Gomez. 2 minutes plus additional time to go in the first half. It's all square. And Brighton, funnily enough, they could have a very big say in the title race. They play all three teams in the run-in. This is their only away fixture against the top three. They play both Man City and Arsenal at home in those games in the run-in. So Liverpool might have that slight advantage that they're at home for their for this game against Brighton, where the other two, their contenders, are both away, and the Amec's a tough place to go for any side, as Liverpool found out, of course, earlier this season in a 2-2 draw. And of course, Liverpool, just before the international break, went into that break after a defeat in the FA Cup in extra time against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Well, they actually led that game a couple of times, Liverpool, but faltered the lead to kind of exit the FA Cup at the quarter-final stage, which they hadn't done previously under Jurgen Klopp. It was only their second appearance in the quarter-final under Jurgen Klopp, and the other time they got to the quarter-finals, actually went on to win the competition, so it wasn't a known position. But in the end, ultimately, probably the break came at the right time for Liverpool. They would probably argue the fact that they had time to recoup and get back to Premier League mode coming into this one, with them knowing there's no breaks. It's the straight race to the final, to the finish line now in both the Premier League and, of course, the Europa League that Liverpool are still going for. As we have 4 added minutes at the end of the first half here at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Brighton 1. Very competitive fixture. In the last few years, it's been competitive again today. That's good work from Connor Bradley. Stayed with Danny Welbeck there all the time and forced him to get the heavy touch to put it out for the goal kick. Well, quite a lot of recent meetings, especially the last 2 here at Anfield, have been draws between the two sides, 3-3 and 2-2 in the last 2 occasions. Brighton actually won on this ground back in February of 2021, the COVID season, when there was no fans inside the stadium. And Liverpool's last win against Brighton at home was their 2-1 win in November 2019. Virgil van Dijk scored both the goals on that day, when Liverpool had their goalkeeper Alisson sent off in that one. Remember, that's how long ago that was. And that was the last time Liverpool that season went on to win the title, the last time that they beat Brighton at home. So if they win today, that could be a good omen. Although McAllister gives it away in the middle, and then as Endo tried to win it back, he committed a foul on Danny Welbeck, and that will be a free kick to Brighton on the halfway line. When we look at the shots, the stats in this first half, and we'll talk about them at half-time, but there's quite a number. 14 shots for Liverpool in this first half, and more than half of them for Mo Salah, quite funnily enough. So 2 minutes of the additional time down, so halfway there. Brighton take their time from the free kick. Dunk to take. Pops it straight up, looking for a Dingra. Battling with Bradley, and Bradley does well in the physical battle. And just goes out for a Liverpool goal kick from that. Brighton free kick comes to nothing. Kelleher, of course, his longest spell in the Liverpool team at this current moment in time, Quevian Kelleher. Of course, with Alisson's injury. Saved Liverpool multiple times in his spell in between the sticks. It's another foul. Luis Diaz then this time penalised, but again, Joel Veltman, I mean, yeah, it's just a nudge, but I think the referee's been a bit too whistle happy here. I just think there's a couple of these types of things you just have to allow a more physical battle. At times we've seen referees allow more physical, couple of physical things just go in games, just allow a bit more to go, but in this one I don't think the referee's doing that. He's just blowing the whistle at any given moment, I think it seems at the moment. Is he trying to sort out a few things there? John Paul van Hecke and Virgil van Dijk getting a bit much of each other there. As Brighton will take this free kick on the right hand side. Look at that. Their 16th free kick at this first half, Brighton. That's nuts. That's crazy. So taking their time, Brighton, from this one. Gross to take it. Whistle goes. Gross with the right-footed one. Away by McAllister, and that is the end of the first half. 4 minutes up. The whistle goes, and referee David Coote calls to an end of first half, which has been frantic at times, been end-to-end at times, and has been absolutely electric as well at times. A first half where both sides have cancelled each other out. A fairly even one, but Liverpool have had multiple chances to be ahead in this one. But at the half, it is level pegging. Liverpool 1, Brighton 1.
catch me if I fall.
Welcome back to Premier League Live. The fight for the title as Liverpool take on Brighton at Anfield. This afternoon, half-time, it is Liverpool 1, Brighton 1. We've already seen 8 Premier League fixtures this weekend. A bumper day of action yesterday, and it all started with an absolute cracking game at lunchtime yesterday that we watched between Newcastle and West Ham. A 7-goal thriller, with Newcastle getting the winner late on in that one. Harvey Barnes in the 90th minute sealed victory for Newcastle. They actually had a man sent off in that one. Many don't remember that, but Anthony Gordon with a second yellow card means he will miss the next game. But a positive result for Newcastle, considering West Ham were 3-1 up in that game and faltered that lead to fall to defeats, which keeps the race for Europe very tight, and Brighton are in that conversation as well. Big results at the Vitality Stadium as well. A massive result in terms of a disappointing one for Everton, who wanted to get a good result away at Bournemouth. A point would have been massive for them. Any sort of result would have been massive for them, but a defeat is nowhere near good enough. Dominic Solanke with the opener to give Bournemouth a lead. And Everton thought they'd stole a point with Beto's equaliser on the 87th minute, but a 91st minute own goal from Seamus Coleman put Everton to the sword, and Bournemouth getting to victory. That basically keeps Bournemouth well off any threats of relegation. They're well clear of that, and they've bridged an 8-point gap to Crystal Palace below them. Everton, they wish they had an 8-point gap. They're only 3 points above the relegation zone, but do have a game in hand on the teams around them. So it's not as dismal as what it could have been. It was 2-2. A good game at Stamford Bridge yesterday between Chelsea and Burnley. Chelsea had thought they'd taken the lead, actually, after 23 minutes, but Axel Disasi's goal was ruled out. But after a second yellow card for Lorenz Assignon, which got him sent off for Burnley, then followed up from a Cole Palmer penalty to give Chelsea the lead just before the half. Burnley, not long after the start of the second half, got themselves on level terms. Josh Cullen, 3 minutes into the second half, for Chelsea then retook the lead through Cole Palmer, 12 minutes from time, before again 3 minutes after that Dara O'Shea levelled for Burnley. Two Republic of Irish internationals levelling twice there for Burnley, and Burnley get an all crucial point on the road that keeps them in with a shout of safety this season. Speaking of safety, it's the one on the lips of Nottingham Forest fans, who, of course, after their 4-point deduction, found themselves in the bottom 3 yesterday, heading into that one. But a point was enough with Luton's defeat to Spurs to take them out of the bottom 3, just on goal difference, that draw with Crystal Palace. They actually went 1-0 down in that game, Forest. Jean-Philippe Mateta with the goal to put Palace ahead. And then in the second half, Chris Wood got the equaliser for Nottingham Forest to level things up, which gave Forest a point, and Crystal Palace here, the ones on the verge, on the cusp of being dragged into that relegation battle, but another point helps them to stay further away. They're 8 points clear of the relegation zone, and they have a game in hand on the teams below them. A big draw as well at Bramall Lane. between Sheffield United and Fulham yesterday. Another big scoring game, and actually one where Sheffield United thought at one point they could have eased to 3 points. They took the lead. It was a goalless first half at Bramall Lane. Ben Burton Diaz scored the first goal to give Sheffield United the lead. Fulham then equalised through João Palhinha in the 62nd minute, before again Sheffield United cruised into a 2-goal lead. Ollie McBurney and Ben Burton Diaz in quick succession give Sheffield United a 3-1 lead. They then, on the 84th minute, thought they deaded the game. They thought that was it. They thought they'd scored a fourth from Ollie McBurney, but that goal was ruled out by VAR, which brought it back to 3-1, which ignited something in Fulham and got them back into the game. Bobby Deckard overread in the 86th minute to get them back to 3-2, and an equaliser in the 93rd minute from Rodrigo Muniz got Fulham a point on the road. Would have been a huge 3 points for Sheffield United if they'd hung on. They would have been just a point behind Burnley and just 5 points off safety. But they do have a game in hand on the teams above them, which does keep them a bit of confidence and a big point nonetheless. No points on the day for Luton in that battle at the bottom. Tahith Chong did give them an early lead against Spurs. 3 minutes in, they took the lead against Spurs in that one, and they led for quite a long time into the second half before Issa Kabore's own goal got Spurs back on level terms after 51 minutes, before Heung-min Son, who else but Heung-min Son, in the 86th minute, scored the winner, which carried Spurs to 3 points, which keeps the pressure on Villa above them, but also drops Luton back into the bottom three. And then, in the evening, there was more excitement as well, more drama, more fun and games, as Aston Villa at Villa Park, quite a comfortable victory in the end, it seemed, over Wolves. Wolves, who had the early best spell, started the game really well against Villa, but Villa came into it, and they did get their goal in the first half to take the lead, and Moussa Diaby scoring to give them a 1-goal lead, for Estri Konsa in the second half after 65 minutes doubled Villa's lead and confirmed at that point victory, it seemed, for Villa. And that is the way it went through. Villa winning by 2-0, which keeps them 3 points clear of Spurs, but Spurs do have a game in hand. So it keeps them well within the shout of a top 4 space, Villa. Wolves in mid-table. And the final game of yesterday, another late show really, for a whole 95.5 minutes. Nothing between Brentford and Manchester United. The deadlock could not be broken. Brentford had over 30 shots in that game. Unbelievable amount of shots. And one of the most touches ever in Premier League history in the opposition box. Over 80 touches in Manchester United's 18-yard box. The record is something like 87 touches, which was the Man City QPR game back in 2012. Incredible from Brighton, but neither side could find the net until the 96th minute, when Mason Mount thought he'd scored the winner for Manchester United. They had 9 added minutes, and it took to that very 99th minute for Brentford to level after so much of the game going their way, but they could not score up until the 99th minute. Christopher Ayer getting the leveller, which Brentford most duly deserved, if not more they deserve from that game. And a point, I'm sure, in the balance of things, Manchester United would very much take. It's only Man United's third draw of the season after draws with Liverpool and Spurs. That's only their third draw of the season, Manchester United, which keeps them 8 points off Spurs, both after 29 games, and there's no pressure from the teams below them, so they're comfortably in 6th at the moment. No pressure from top or bottom. Man United in 6th, quite convincingly at the moment. And at the moment, Liverpool 1, Brighton 1 at half-time. And then, later on this afternoon, do not forget, Manchester City against Arsenal. The race for the fight for the title is most certainly on, and these two battling for it once again, alongside Liverpool, who are playing at the moment. A 3-horse race in the Premier League title race, and these two battle it out. One has to drop points, at least one has to drop points. Which one will it be, or will it be both? We will see today. 4:30 team news in around half an hour's time, so do keep your ears pricked up for that, because we will be getting you team news as soon as it drops this afternoon from the Etihad. Right, let's have a quick look at the Premier League table then for you, because that is what we're all glued towards, as we will be glued to over the next few weeks till the end of the season, to see what way everything pans out to another conclusion to a wonderful Premier League season. Let's have a quick look at it then. So Liverpool, as it stands, drawing with Brighton at the moment, as they are, will be going top momentarily, a point above Arsenal on 65, Arsenal on 64, they'll have the chance to respond later, and Manchester City on 63. As it stands, it'll be a good day for either Arsenal or City, with Liverpool dropping points, and both will have to get a win, or will want to get a win to give clear headroom, but Arsenal would only need a draw then against City if they were to go back top of the table. But at the moment, it is still Liverpool who lead the way. Villa in 4th, Spurs closely following behind in 5th, and then a gap to the teams below them on those European fight for other European places. United in 6th, West Ham in 7th, despite defeat they stay in 7th, 4 points behind United and a point above both Newcastle and Brighton as it stands, with Brighton getting a point at Anfield and Wolves making up the top 10 on 41 points. Towards the bottom, a very different story and a very tighter affair. Chelsea and Fulham and Bournemouth all within a shout of top half finishes at this moment in time. Palace a bit further down on 30 points. Brentford on 27, a crucial point to take them a bit away from the relegation zone. 5 points clear are Brentford. 3 for Everton away from the relegation zone. They have a game in hand on the teams around them. Forest just above that dotted line on goal difference. 3 goals better off than Luton. At the moment, they've conceded 10 less, Forest, but they've actually scored 7 less. So Luton more on both of those fronts, both on 22 points. Burnley on 18 and Sheffield United on 15. Funnily enough, Luton are the only team out of the bottom 4 not to have got anything out of their game this weekend. Forest, Burnley and Sheffield United all picking up a singular point in their games. Luton falling to defeat, Everton also falling to defeat as well. Yesterday, right, the second half from Anfield between Liverpool and Brighton, where it is 1-1 at the moment, is on the way in just a moment. Do stay with us.
Catch me if I fall.
Welcome back to Premier League Live. Liverpool against Brighton. It is 1-1 at the break, and we will be back in action in just a moment. Of course, don't forget, as I mentioned, Manchester City against Arsenal. Keep hammering that drum. Manchester City against Arsenal at 4:30 this afternoon, and as I mentioned, around 25 minutes away from team news from the Etihad, and could be significant team news, of course, with a few injury issues over the international break. We will see who starts in the 11s for those two teams later this afternoon. Right, back to Anfield. We were just back underway as McAllister got us going again, as Liverpool kicking towards the Kop end in this second half, as they like to do. And they'll be hoping that Kop end can carry them to 3 points this afternoon to try and apply as much pressure as they can on the two teams facing off later this afternoon at the Etihad as they possibly can, and do their job in staying on winning form. As Liverpool played the ball long first off there and allowed Brighton to get a goal kick, which they're just playing out from now, but they've given it away high up, and here's Mo Salah, can't get a shot. McAllister as well. Salah back to McAllister, still alive in the box as Brighton get it away. Brighton wanted a flag, but the flag stayed down against Mo Salah, who I initially thought was offside, but he was on. Got himself back onside and quickly there. Here's Wataru Endo. Quansah. Positive start for Liverpool. Quansah misplaces a pass there, which makes Virgil van Dijk make a challenge as McAllister tries to win the ball back. A straight ball through the middle for Brighton as they try and come on the break. As Adingra down the left-hand side and Quansah under pressure. Quansah using his body and does really well to hold off Simon Adingra there. Credit to him. Jarell Quansah looked in a bit of bother when he got that first header on the ball, but he recovered it nicely and used his body to block off the Brighton winger. Again, Adingra seems to be a real threat down that left-hand side for Brighton. He's their best chance at output at the moment. He's getting them out of those positions and getting them up the pitch with confidence at the moment. Salah, a bit slow on the ball, didn't know the man was coming behind him, and Liverpool win it back again though after a momentary loss of possession. Diaz, Joe Gomez in that inverted fullback role in the middle, finds Bradley, the opposite fullback, who comes in central as well. Endo, now Diaz to Szoboszlai, back to Diaz down the left hand side, linking it up with Gomez. Gomez miscontrolling the ball, pushed to the ground and doesn't get the free kick. It's a good physical battle by Jakob Modder, and then Modder wins a free kick off Joe Gomez for a challenge there, which gets a bit of frustration from the experienced Joe Gomez there. Let's Brighton take the free kick quickly and slow. Quickly and slow. Quickly and low, I meant. There's another player down here for Brighton. It's Baleba this time. Every time they go to the ground. There's a yellow card coming here, is there? He's booked a Brighton player. I think it's Danny Welbeck for complaints. There's a yellow card coming. I think Danny Welbeck's trying to kind of possesses it or kind of argue his innocence there, but if you're complaining to the referee, you can't do that anymore. Can argue with the ref, and Danny Welbeck gets a booking for it. I think he wanted a booking for a Liverpool player, Danny Welbeck, and that's why he's ended up in the book, which is the irony of it all. So Danny Welbeck in the book of the referee as Diaz has a shot from distance there, just off target from Luis Diaz. I didn't get the time at half-time to talk about through the stats of that first half, but Liverpool had 14 shots, 4 on target in that first half, 57% possession. Brighton had just 3 shots, 1 on target. Their only shot on target was their goal in that first half, so didn't test Caoimhín Kelleher very much in that first half at all, other than the goal that they scored. And another free kick and a yellow card, and David Coote again very trigger happy here. This is not Baleba running through, and Van Dijk just, I mean, there's minimal contact in that, minimal, and Virgil van Dijk gets a booking as well. A yellow card goes Virgil van Dijk's way, only his second yellow card of the season. My goodness me, I mean, the referee's just been... at times it is a bit annoying when the referee is just a bit... like... when he is just a bit throwing out yellow cards and free kicks everywhere. Brighton have had massive numbers of free kicks. I mean, I think I counted it was 16 at one point towards the end of the first half. It's certainly hitting 20 very shortly, if not already. And again, some of it has to go on Liverpool. The fact that they are getting themselves in those positions where Brighton can win free kicks, and they are putting those challenges in which Brighton do drop to the floor from. But at the same time, you have to be a bit physical in a game. There is a bit of physical battling going on from both teams, that is. Quansah back to Kelleher. Kelleher over the top, looking for the run of Diaz. Diaz in between the defenders there as Van Hecke is pressed by Szoboszlai, who Puts it out for a Brighton throw, but Szoboszlai's press there gets a round of applause from the Liverpool crowd. Mind blowing in the chat says it. I said it before, say it again. Coote's worst referee in the league. Well, David Coote is the referee this afternoon. Of course, not the most popular amongst Liverpool fans either, David Coote. Or the VAR this afternoon, Paul Tierney. Neither of them particularly popular with the Liverpool fan base. But, I mean, referees aren't there to be popular. They're to get the right decisions, and at times when they have got the wrong decisions, rightfully they have been criticised for getting big decisions wrong, as which they have this season without doubt. No questions asked there, no questions about that. You know. Endo back to Kelleher. Quansah. Quansah finds Bradley. Linking it up with McAllister. Beating off the ball there. Got a touch to it. Finds its way to Salah. Nunez on the left. Has space and time to run. Darwin Nunez plays it across to Bradley on the edge of the box. Bradley with a shot. Takes a block there. On the way through, which takes the pace off the ball and allows Bart Verbruggen to come and catch the ball. But instantly they give it away there. Brighton. Gomez finds it to Nunez. He's in. Runs into trouble and can't find the ball forward, Darwin Nunez. And that allows Brighton out of pressure as Endo comes and wins the ball off Lamptey. And works it to Szoboszlai. Good play. McAllister. Quansah finds Salah in space. Bradley on the right-hand side, running down the right flank. Salah plays it across to Szoboszlai. Space on the edge of the box. Szoboszlai trying to link up with Salah. Szoboszlai miskicked it. But it will bounce out to Darwin Nunez, who recovers for Liverpool. Up against Veltman. Nunez. Cross comes in. McAllister! Up for the header, just narrowly wide of the right post there from Alexis McAllister, who was inches away from scoring against his former club. Good cross, right-footed from Joe Gomez from the left-hand side, and up to meet it was Alexis McAllister. Tried to direct it into the far corner, but just the wrong side of the post narrowly there from Alexis McAllister. Van Dijk with a challenge. Does well. Gets Liverpool on the front foot again. Bradley down the right-hand side, looking for options. Finds McAllister. Runs at the defence. Finds it to Nunez now. Does well to adjust. Gets it to Diaz. Diaz in the box using his quick feet. Luis Diaz chips it. Salah! Oh, couldn't direct it in. Just ahead of him there, Mo Salah. But again, Liverpool coming close. And again, that back post. Luis Diaz. Couple of step overs. And just chips the ball to the back post. And Salah was there waiting. But look at Liverpool on the press again. Throwing the body to the floor as the advantage was played, but Liverpool win it back high up. Here's Salah in the box again. Salah spinning around a player, goes down. Wanted a penalty, nothing given there. I think that would have been a bit soft if it had been given. It's not a penalty really. Brighton players do well actually. Spins away from Dunk initially. Salah tries to take it round him and Dunk does well. They just block him off. The ball's already gone away from Salah when he tries to go the way through, and he'd lost the ball anyway. So, correct decision by the referee there not to give a penalty, in my opinion. But again, aggressive start to this half. Liverpool right on Brighton there when they play out from the back, and a couple of times they've won the ball really high up and looked a proper threat from those kind of goal kick positions or the positions where Bart Verbruggen's playing out from the back. And here they go again. Dunk plays it round the press this time, does well. Stupinian looking for the switch ball, blocked out by Gomez, who wins it back for the home side. Van Dijk hits it off his own man. Unfortunate that he wanted the ball forward. Good battling by Conor Bradley against the Dingra. Brighton keep the ball for the moment as they pass it back. Gross to Van Hecke. Now Baleba. beaten off the ball, but referee felt that was a foul on Carlos Baleba, so Brighton will get a free kick around about the halfway line again, which they've already taken. Here is Baleba looking for the ball into the box. Van Dijk dips for the header, but no one there to pick it up for Liverpool, and almost causing problems as the shot from distance is skied by Carlos Baleba there, behind for the goal kick. Again, a frantic start to this half as well. Kelleher, Quansah, back to Queeving Kelleher, forward to Endo. Now on the spin is Diaz through the middle. Down the right hand side is Bradley, who's making that diagonal run infield, plays it out wide to Soboslai on the right. Soboslai looking for the cross, blocked by Estupinian, out for the corner, I believe. It is out for the Liverpool corner. Better movement from Liverpool on that, on the build up there, working it in between the lines and getting it out wide. As Van Dijk props his way towards the 18-yard box along with Joel Quansah, both centre backs up. Soboslai with the delivery into the box. Van Hecke with the clearance, half cleared as Bradley tried to stop it. And Lamptey, who's completely taken out there by Joe Gomez, who's the next man to join the multitude of players in the referee's book this afternoon for that cynical one on Tariq Lamptey. No attempt to try and win the ball there. Joe Gomez just wanted to stop Tariq Lamptey in his tracks, and Joe Gomez's 5th yellow card of the season. There's a Dingra, wins it down the left, pumped away by Quansah up the pitch. As Brighton keep it alive, but the flag goes up against the Dingra there as he tried to receive the ball, and Liverpool with a free kick here at the back. Jarell Quansah. Quansah takes his time, finds that ball out to the left to Gomez. Gomez going along himself, looking for the run of Nunez, and all the way through, and Bart Verbruggen had a good view of it and got a good catch on the ball. Estupinian. Welbeck blocked off by Salah, and that will be a Brighton throw, I believe. It will be Estupinian to take. Last touch was off Salah. Estupinian battling with Soboslai, loses that battle. Liverpool winning high again. Nunez to Salah, just a bit short to Mo Salah. That ball by Darwin Nunez. As Estupinian gets it away, and Modder fires it forward. A Dingra on the chase of this ball again. Quansah there to battle and wins the ball. That's a good work from Jarell Quansah. Bradley battling, and then McAllister is fouled there by Jakob Modder, which will give Liverpool a free kick. And gets a sarcastic cheer from the Anfield crowd. There you go. 28 free kicks. And we've only played 2/3 of this game. 21 free kicks for Brighton, 7 for Liverpool. Salah receives the ball there on the spin, runs into bodies, he's crowded out again and lost out there in that battle. Adingra feeds it down the left, finds Gross. Back to Lamptey. Has to go all the way back to Dunk there, now Van Hecke. Down the right hand side, space there for Veltman to break. Here is Joel Veltman. All the way back it comes to Jean-Paul Van Hecke again, to Dunk. Van Hecke with a switch ball out to the left to find Adingra. Takes it down first time. Looking for the run of Estupinian, but the chip ball is stopped by Liverpool. It's Bradley. Can't get it to a teammate. Cleared away as Nunez in the battle. Wins it back as first ball won by Dunk there, and Bradley has to clear it away. Endo wins the first header. Second ball brought down by Salah on the spin and gets Liverpool on the break. Here's Nunez down the right hand side. Salah and Diaz in follow. Here is Darwin Nunez going himself, it seems, at the moment. In the box. Has to turn back. Gives it back to Bradley. Now McAllister has a run. McAllister. Now Diaz. Mountain of bodies in the way of Liverpool here. All the Brighton players behind the ball. Sitting deep. A low block at the moment. McAllister through the lines finds Bradley. Bradley with a cutback. No one there to meet it but Van Hecke to clear it away. As McAllister wins it back again. Now Endo, sorry. McAllister. Soboslai back to Alexis McAllister. Now Kwanzaa. Slight glimpses for Liverpool, but that's all it is at the moment. Brighton shutting everything down that Liverpool are trying to throw into the box at the moment. Soboslai from distance has a shot, and it's not too far away from Dominic Soboslai. Try and change it up, switch it up a bit. Had a shot from a good distance there. Dominic Soboslai with the right boot bounces up just as it comes towards the keeper, and it just carries it wide of the left post. Narrowly wide there from Dominic Soboslai. As the Brighton clearance again comes straight back to Liverpool possession. Soboslai again breaking away from his marker, plays it through for Nunez. Nunez didn't make the pass. Nunez, big save by Verbruggen there at the tight angle, and it goes out for a Liverpool throw. But again, they're bursting into life, Liverpool. Once they get into that final third, it's pure pace. High tempo game from Liverpool there. Bradley back to Virgil van Dijk. A lot of bodies up the pitch for Liverpool. Very committed. Kwanzaa. Liverpool 1, Brighton 1 at the moment, but Liverpool the dominant force. Kwanzaa. Van Dijk down the right hand side. Soboslai takes it on the right flank. Soboslai squares it across. McAllister through the lines. Here's Salah! Mo Salah! He's had about 10 shots this afternoon, but one of them was bound to go in. If you give him so many chances, he's always going to find the back of the net. And after 64 minutes, Liverpool find the lead. Mo Salah, the constant for Liverpool. Always on the score sheet, always creating an impact, and today he's had a hatful of chances. If I'm not mistaken, that's his 12th shot of the game. Wonderful. But again, it's Van Dijk down the line. Soboslai, you think he's going to go for the cross. He cuts it back across to McAllister, and he just sees Salah. That opening, that link-up has been all day long between McAllister and Salah. They have had each other's number. They know exactly where each other is going to be at any given point. And this time McAllister finds Salah, who finds the back of the net. Liverpool 2, Brighton 1. And they've done it again, it seems, Liverpool, from 1-0 down to take a lead in a game of football. But they will know Brighton will throw everything at them again to try and get back into this one. They'll not give up yet. Roberto De Zerbi's side as the cross comes in. They want to get an instant response, Brighton. Cleared away. As Liverpool getting bodies on the line. And it's Brighton's turn to respond. Cross comes in. Away by Gomez. Szoboszlai. Now Diaz. Breaking forward for Liverpool. Luis Diaz. Nunez. Szoboszlai. Diaz again. Luke, good link up down the left. Diaz cuts it back for Szoboszlai. Trying to work a bit of space. Actually played it forward. Diaz looking for the cut back, and the block comes in, which gets Liverpool a corner. Constant from Liverpool. Really nice football. A lot better in this second half in their kind of approach play. Much quicker. And that's allowing more spaces. That's why that they've had more chances. Much more higher goal scoring chances in the second half, Liverpool. They do have a corner. It's another one of their big opportunities. Szoboszlai to take the corner. Left hand side. Right footed in, swinging corner to come. Height in there for both teams as Szoboszlai's delivery. Ooh, had to be cleared away by Van Hecke, I think. Back to Szoboszlai again. We'll have another chance to deliver, this time in, and almost by Baleba into his own net, just over the bar. Another Liverpool corner to come. Certainly Liverpool's best spell of the game. And in terms of attack and play, the way that they've been constantly attacking, relentless. So we'll get another corner. And the referee just actually having a quick look. There's a couple of balls on the sidelines that he wants cleared away, the referee here. And he goes and does it himself. I've never seen that before. A referee throw a ball away. There we are. David Coote taking no, shall we say, SHIT at the moment. Corner for Liverpool, right, a left-hand side. Szoboszlai with the delivery. Salah at the back post to kind of hoof it and make it awkward for Verbruggen, but Verbruggen has it covered. Does well, gets the catch. 22 minutes to go at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Brighton 1. Van Hecke now finds Gross. Baleba. Szoboszlai instant on the press there, which kind of terrifies Brighton a bit, and Verbruggen almost tripped up there, and that forces him to bump it away out for the throw-in, and that's incredible from Dominik Szoboszlai. Initiated that press and caught Brighton out there a bit, as they're going to make this change now. Brighton, so Tariq Lamptey's going to come off, and Facundo Buonanotte is going to come on, so an extra attacking threat. Of course, Lamptey kind of in between a right winger and a backup defender. It's been more of an attacking approach this afternoon. It's been more of a back four with Lamptey in a more advanced position, more of a right wing role this afternoon for him, for Brighton. But Buonanotte coming on in his place to add something different for Brighton, it seems. Something Roberto De Zerbi wants to have a different threat at the moment. That's Liverpool's press again high. Dunk trying to clear it out of danger. Szoboszlai brings it down just a bit off to find Diaz, but Szoboszlai instantly in to try and battle for the ball again. And just a pull back there on Buonanotte will give Brighton the free kick, which they take quickly. No time for breathing. No time for a breath. As we enter the last 20 minutes here at Anfield. Liverpool have the lead. Welbeck. Battling, slips on the ball. Allows Nunez to pick it up for Liverpool and get them on the front foot. Here is Darwin Nunez. Rides a few challenges. Referee plays advantage. Salah through. Here's Diaz. Oh, it's in! Through the legs of Bart Verbruggen. And the referee played a good advantage, but I think the flag went up. Verbruggen will be very delighted that didn't end up with egg on his face, because Diaz was in an offside position, I think, when he received the ball from Salah. Just see the replay. Slip by Welbeck allows Nunez to pick it up, and Nunez rides a few challenges. Lovely work from him. Finds it to Salah. Salah threads it through. He's on. Oh, that's tight. That's very tight. I think he's onside here, Diaz. It looks like Lewis Dunk might have just played him on, but they're going to check this VAR. So, Paul Tierney drawing the lines. It's going to be a tight one. I thought he was onside initially. It looked from the angle that we had, he looked onside, but this is a lot tighter than initially thought. It's going to come down to literal inches, if that, millimetres probably at this point. The lines are being drawn by Paul Tierney, the VAR, but this could be the difference. Onside or offside. Onside could give Liverpool a bit of daylight. Offside will give Brighton a bit of relief that they can still claw their way back. That's so tight here. Very tight call. The lines have been drawn. The decision is offside. Very narrowly. Literally the left boot of Luis Diaz ever so slightly off. And unfortunately for Luis Diaz, he won't get his second goal of the afternoon just yet. And the flag that went up initially was a good spot by the linesman, but I think it's a lot tighter than anyone thought, and just narrowly offside there, Luis Diaz. But that would have given Liverpool a real grasp in the game. Very, very close. No goal. But Brighton on the ropes a bit at the moment. They need to claw their way back into the game. They need to get a bit more control because Liverpool are running the show. A lovely from Bradley, committing himself and throwing his body on the line, and wins the ball back for Liverpool. And Van Hecke's got a yellow card as well in the process of all that drama. Lovely flick by McAllister. Bradley couldn't carry it with him. McAllister trying to battle for it back. Endo as well in there, committed. But Brighton come away with the ball. Adingra down the left-hand side. Quansah in cover. Quansah goes for the challenge. What a challenge. Virgil van Dijk-esque that from Jarell Quansah. Fantastic challenge to win it back. But Liverpool send it long, which will give Brighton the ball back again. Certainly going to be a frantic end to the game. It's not going to be a quiet last 16, 17 minutes or so in this one. At Anfield, where Liverpool do lead by 2-1. After coming from 1-0 down, Danny Welbeck scoring inside 2 minutes. Diaz levelling in the first half before Mo Salah, after 12 shots, finally found the net with one of them to give Liverpool the first lead of the day. The lead for the first time of the day. But here come Brighton to try and respond. Ball across the box, and it was a good ball in, but no one there to meet it. And that will go behind, put behind by Connor Bradley for a Brighton corner. Jakob Motter there was the man that crossed it in, but no one there to meet it for Brighton. So, corner here for Brighton on the left-hand side. Cross comes in. Up and one, I think Quansah won the first header. Buonanotte back involved. Nunez to win the header to get Liverpool on the break. Lovely ball here by Szoboszlai. Finds Diaz. Now Salah's bombing in on the goal. Here's Mo Salah. The shot straight at Verbruggen though. But Liverpool, like the red arrows, on the break again. Burst into life, and it's a 2-on-1 situation. Diaz just plays it across to Salah. And Salah closing in on goal, but the Brighton defender closed in on him, which narrowed the angle for Salah, which could mean he could only hit it towards Verbruggen, which gave the Brighton keeper the advantage in that moment there. But Liverpool win it back again. Bradley. Salah. Now McAllister. McAllister tries to play it for Salah, but goes out for a Liverpool throw. And as it stands, Liverpool are top of the table. Only a defeat would deny them top spot before the kick-off at the Etihad this afternoon. But Liverpool will have a 3-point gap as it stands for the moment to Arsenal. 4-point gap as it stands to City before both teams play later this afternoon. Also, as I mentioned, that game kicking off at 4:30 this afternoon. Man City, Arsenal. We'll get team news for you in a second because we haven't had a minute to get our breath. This game has been constantly going. Constant moments of action and drama at both ends of the pitch to keep us well entertained here at Anfield, and we haven't had a minute to give you the team news. I'll give you it in just a second. As Liverpool come forward again, that ball is cleared away, but Salah in to try and win it, but loses out in that battle, and Van Dijk with a challenge will win Liverpool a throw-in. Quickly then, the team news from the Etihad. City start with Ortega in goal, Akanji, Diaz, Ake and Vardiol in defence, Rodri, De Bruyne and Kovacic in midfield, with Silva, Foden and Haaland in attack. For Arsenal, David Raya in goal, a back four of Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel and Jakub Kiwior. Midfield is Jorginho, Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard, the captain, and Saka, Havertz and Jesus in attack for Arsenal. Kick-off at 4:30 this afternoon. Liverpool about to make a change there in a moment. It looked like Harvey Elliott was getting ready on the sideline, so that substitution in the next moment or two to come for Liverpool. They're yet to make a change in the game so far. Szoboszlai. They do have over 40 goal involvements from the bench this season. An incredible number of goal involvements from substitutes. The management of the bench for Liverpool this season has always been their biggest kind of advantage. At times, the bench has always had a massive impact. As the ball, awkward one there for Van Hecke as Diaz was chasing him down, but he did head it back to his keeper. 12 minutes to go. Liverpool 2, Brighton 1. Here at Anfield. Lewis Dunk taking his time on the ball. Van Hecke. Back to Lewis Dunk. Dunk. Brighton in no hurry to get the ball forward. They're being patient, waiting for the space. Estepinian instantly pressed there, has to go back to Van Hecke. And Van Hecke spots the space through the line to find Gross. Now Dinger down the left. Linking up with Estepinian. Back to Pascal Gross. Van Hecke. Down the right hand side. Veltman. Played it on to Buonanotte. Comes in field. Facundo Buonanotte and finds the space. Does well. Plays it off to Estepinian. Finds Gross. Looking for the cross. Cuts inside. Plays the cross in. Van Dijk with a header clear. Estepinian to head it back towards the Liverpool goal as a Dinger battling, but good block by Bradley. A Dinger again involved. Well back on the edge. Stolen away by Szoboszlai, but Diaz beaten to it there, and Gomez battling with Welbeck as Szoboszlai gets the break of the ball, and the first time ball over the top. Nunez on the spin. That was good work by the Brighton defenders to not allow Darwin Nunez through the middle there. He tried his best, the Uruguayan, but could not get a breakaway through, unfortunately. And Brighton will get a free kick here for a foul. So free kick to Brighton here. Liverpool, they're going to make that change anytime soon into the last 10 minutes. Pascal Gross to take this free kick for Brighton then. Good distance away, but he'll whip one in. There's height in there to try and meet it for Brighton. Long distance out. Gross, right-footed delivery, whipped it in. Onto the goal and tipped wide by Caoimhín Kelleher. It was Lewis Dunk, I think, got the header on it. See it again. Whipped in by Pascal Gross, and Dunk maybe offside, leaning offside maybe. And the header comes on, and it's an awkward one for Kelleher. Drops down and he dives to his left and parries it wide for the corner. First real call to action from him today. As the corner comes in, whipped in again. Dunk with a header. Oh, it's flicked on, but Kelleher was there to get behind it and get both hands to it at the second time of asking. Dunked the thread again aerially for Brighton. Quansah. Kelleher. Goes long. Right to find Diaz on the left. Diaz spins his man. Veltman heads it down. Here comes Luis Diaz down the left flank. Chops inside. Luis Diaz. Deflection. Goes wide. Gets Liverpool a corner. Good pace from Diaz. Tricked Veltman into thinking he was going to go down to the byline and chopped back inside and took the strike instantly. And deflected wide for the corner as Liverpool are going to make that change now. With this break from the corner. Harvey Elliott coming on. And it's going to be Darwin Nunez that's going to make way. So I'm guessing that Mo Salah will move over to the middle and Harvey Elliott will occupy the right wing for Liverpool, it seems. And Brighton are going to make a few changes of their own, including a former Liverpool player in the mix, Adam Lallana. And Evan Ferguson also ready to come on. So Simon Adingra is going to come off. He's going to be replaced by Evan Ferguson, the Irish international. And then the second substitution for Brighton here in this moment is Jakob Mutter is going to come off. And he's going to be replaced by former Liverpool player Adam Lallana. So there will be a former Liverpool player making an appearance against his former club today. It won't be James Milner, but it will be Adam Lallana. He's made a couple of appearances for Brighton against Liverpool in recent years since his move. Corner for Liverpool, right-footed. Elliott! Oh, with the header. And it's off the line by Evan Ferguson. Two players just on the pitch, instantly involved. The corner comes in. Elliott at the front post pops up above everyone else. And it just looked like it was lurking in at the back post, sneaking in, and Evan Ferguson gets in the way to stop it. But two players just on the pitch, instantly involved into the game. As McAllister there. Just as McAllister thought he'd lost possession, there was a handball in there from Carlos Baleba, which gave Liverpool the free kick, which they've taken quickly. Here's Szoboszlai. Here's Diaz on the left-hand side. Bodies in the box for Liverpool. But looking for Elliott there was Diaz. Couldn't find him. Back to Diaz. Now Gomez. Endo across to Quansah. Down the right-hand side is Elliott. Here is Harvey Elliott. Left-footed switch ball. Out to Diaz on the left-hand side. Diaz. Back to Gomez. Instantly pressed by Buonanotte. Back to Van Dijk now, who goes back to Caoimhín Kelleher in the Liverpool goal. 6 minutes plus additional time to go. Liverpool 2, Brighton 1 here at Anfield. Quansah. Back to Kelleher. He has to go long. Dunk with the first header on that one across to Van Hecke, who brings it down. Dunk pressed by Elliott as Brighton try and play through as Van Dijk gets quick to that ball and recovers for Liverpool instantly there. Quansah. Back to Kelleher. Taking his time here, Caoimhín Kelleher. Finds McAllister. Now Quansah through the lines. And wayward ball that from Jarell Quansah. And they make a mistake at the back here, Liverpool, and Quansah there to recover. Liverpool a bit lethargic at the moment. Second to the balls here, and Brighton have won it back high up again. McAllister not getting the challenge, and Endo scrambling, and Kelleher comes for the ball and grabs, but just a glimpse there, Liverpool just losing their way a bit there. Need to be careful not to give Brighton an opportunity. Need to be careful. Diaz again caught in possession. Brighton smell a bit of blood. There's a chance. Oh, and Shot from Adam Lallana. Just goes wide of the left post. Huge opportunity there, but Liverpool need to get the grips here because they're losing the ball far too easily at times. Just silly giveaways. And Adam Lallana had a glorious opportunity there to try and find the goal. It's just a bit nervy at the moment around Anfield. It's a narrow lead. Kelleher goes long. Diaz wins the first header. Salah brings it down. That's better. Here comes Salah. Diaz down the left. Goes back to Gomez. Back to Van Dijk. To Salah. On the left-hand side, Mo Salah. Not often you see him down that side. With Gomez. Flicks it back to Salah. Endo. Going forward. Gives it to Gomez. Nice Salah. Nice link up. Finds Endo. Salah again. Salah falls to Szoboszlai. Should have took the shot first time there. Took a touch and allowed Brighton to get the block. McAllister. Bradley. Now Harvey Elliott. Elliott with a shot. Straight at the back of a Brighton player. Endo recycles. Finds Diaz on the right hand side. Luis Diaz flicks it on for Bradley. Bradley with a chop back. Still going. Here's Conor Bradley. And hits it off a Brighton player. Gets Liverpool a... Oh, he thought he'd got Liverpool a corner, did he? It's a goal kick. Must have spotted something we didn't, because I thought that was a corner. But nonetheless, Brighton take their goal kick pretty quickly. And that will be a free kick now on the halfway line. Foul by Wataru Endo. So he's the next man in the book this afternoon. Wataru Endo for his challenge. And a yellow card for him is 8th of the season. And Liverpool going to make another change then. 2 minutes plus additional time to go, and Cody Gakpo's going to make his appearance. Luis Diaz coming off. Luis Diaz, who got Liverpool back on level terms in that first half. Thought he'd actually given them a 3-1 lead, but that goal was ruled out from offside as VAR confirmed, and he's going to be making way now, and Cody Gakpo is coming on in his place for the dying embers here. The later stages of this game. So Gakpo on. Of course, Liverpool hanging in the balance with that lead, narrow as it is. And the Brighton free kick comes away as Liverpool try and go on the counter with Salah, but again he runs into bodies. And Salah in for the challenge again. Szoboszlai trying to commit as well. Gakpo in the battle, but Brighton right in those challenges. Gomez again couldn't get the ball back as Brighton on the attack again. Ball in. And up comes Caoimhín Kelleher to get a grab on the ball and deny Brighton the attack. As Elliott plays it down the right hand side to Szoboszlai. Just battling Bradley. Elliott. McAllister does well to take the ball in his stride. Would have been an awkward one as McAllister then feeds it down the line, finds Elliott. Elliott charging down the right flank at the byline, cuts it back. Oh, it falls to Salah! What a save! Incredible save, full stretch by Bart Verbruggen. Just looked like it was squeezing into the bottom corner from Mo Salah. Verbruggen got a right hand to it to deny him. Fairly close, to very, very close there. As we hit the 90 minutes. And 6 added minutes at the end of the 90 at Anfield. And still Liverpool with that narrow 2-1 lead. They're trying to extend it though. Here comes Joe Gomez. Gomez running forward. The pass is just again blocked away by Brighton, but Liverpool at times giving the ball away unforced at times, and maybe that is creating that nervous energy at times around Anfield. And nothing is certain at this moment. Gross. Buonanotte. To thread it through. Does thread it through, and Brighton trying to keep it on the attack as Estupinian has it on the left. Back to Gross. Dunk. Pascal Gross. Infield to Lewis Dunk. Uses his feet beautifully there. Skips two Liverpool markers. And Virgil van Dijk with a hoof away up the pitch to get it away as far from his goal as he could there. But Brighton again riding a few challenges, but we just look at the Salah one again. His shot does take a deflection and full stretch from Bart Verbruggen. Credit to the Brighton keeper here. That was a wonderful save to deny Liverpool a third and deny Mo Salah his second. Mo Salah, the most shots he's had in his Premier League career in this game, 11 in this game, which is quite a number. Quite a number, the most of his career, as I said. As here come Liverpool again, Elliott. Looking to switch it across, a bit too much for Szoboszlai. Liverpool still in the final third. Gakpo. Gomez. Gomez trying to force it up the pit, through the middle of Salah, but Duncan there to block it away. Brighton did make another change there in the last moment there. Just to confirm that for you, it was Valentin Barco who came onto the pitch. I think he replaced Pervis Estupinian. Here come Brighton again in the final third into the box. Oh, and the shot is the wrong side of the post from Danny Welbeck. Hit the side netting again. Fairly close again there. Again, tracking back there from Liverpool. Allowing that a bit too easily there. And Virgil van Dijk does well to force Danny Welbeck on that right foot and put it wide. As Liverpool are going to make another change. Will be their final change of the game. Ryan Gravenberch coming on. And he's going to be replacing Dominic Szoboszlai, who's been a massive player in that midfield for Liverpool this afternoon. So Ryan Gravenberch on for Szoboszlai. Into the 94th minute of 6 added. So 2.5 minutes to go. Liverpool 2, Brighton 1. Kelleher to force this goal kick as long as he possibly can. Gakpo won the header, but brought down by Dunk. Gakpo pressing Van Hecke and pull back on Van Hecke. And I think Cody Gakpo will get a yellow card for that pullback. Some would say that will be a smart foul to give away in these late stages. It's his first yellow card of the season. Not a shock. Not a surprise, that one, as Barco tries to get it forward for Brighton. Quansah in the way of that. Puts it out for the Brighton throw, which Barco will take. Down to Lallana. Barco blocked off by Bradley. Gets it up the pitch, finds Salah. Salah gets into space, has Liverpool on the break. Oh, and the ball from Salah is misplaced. That one, and that's good pressure from Elliott. Denied, Baleba under pressure, but Liverpool have given it back to Brighton again. Good win by Endo high up. McAllister. Salah. Trying to sneak it into the bottom right corner, but just wide of the post. And Jurgen Klopp is screaming at his side there. Not keeping the pressure on Brighton. Shot maybe a bit naive in that final third, and coming into the dying embers of this game. Here's Barco. Trying to squeeze it past Elliott, his opposite number, but Elliott, a firm match for him. Gross. Baleba. Now Van Hecke. Switches it out to the left. Finds Barco in space. Bradley with a block. Elliott there to help out. And gets it back to Connor Bradley, who gets Liverpool forward through Salah. And now Gravenberch. Nice touch infield to take it away from his marker, Buonanotte. Almost caught out there. Gravenberch, he's lucky there. He just got away with that one. McAllister. Bradley. So we've surpassed the 6 minutes. Maybe a bit more because of those substitutions, but not too much. Surely now at this point. Elliott. Cross to Endo in space in the middle. Wataru Endo breaking forward. Spreads it out to the left. Gakpo with a chest down. Running towards goal, Cody Gakpo. Back to Joe Gomez. Spins away. Joe Gomez finds Gakpo. Gakpo's ball does get picked up by Gravenberch. Now Elliott. And time is up. Liverpool squeeze their way through. Coming from 1-0 down after just 2 minutes. And they do get their first win against Brighton at home for almost 5 years. Since 2019. And they've done it by the same scoreline. And Brighton had the lead. Liverpool levelled it in the first half through Luis Diaz. And Mo Salah getting the winner with his, I think, 10th or 11th shot of the game. Crazy numbers. But Liverpool do get the 3 point, which is crucial that they needed to get to have as much advantage as possible before that big meeting between City and Arsenal in around about a half an hour's time. Roberto De Zerbi does suffer his first defeat to Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool in his tenure as Brighton manager. And his good run at Anfield comes to an end. And Jurgen Klopp all smiles as Liverpool head back top of the Premier League table with that win. And a gap as well to the two teams below them. 3 points to Arsenal, 4 points to City. It means now only Arsenal can go above Liverpool if they beat City later this afternoon. They would go above them on goal difference. But it is Liverpool who lead the way after 29 games. City and Arsenal, that big matchup to come in about 30 minutes time, and we'll have that live for you very shortly. But it is Liverpool who have got the win, their 20th of the season, to put Brighton to the sword. The first time they've done that at home since 2019. The last time that Liverpool won the Premier League title.